God says, "My beloved child, hear me now, because I have sent Archangel Michael to speak directly to your spirit in this very moment, not tomorrow, not after, but right now, because the heavens have already signed and sealed your pending miracle, and the decision was made that it will no longer wait and delay, but that it will fall into your life if you choose to open yourself completely before tonight. I speak through the power of eternity, and Michael has been ordered to stand beside you, to hold your hand and guide your heart, because too many times you have been pulled away by distractions, by doubts, by delays, and I will no longer allow what belongs to you to be stolen or hidden. Michael's voice is trembling, urgent, burning with fire, because he has been waiting to tell you for a very long time, and his words are not ordinary, they are a command, they are an alert, they are an announcement that cannot be ignored. For years you have felt like blessings hovered above you but never landed, like promises were whispered but never fully touched your hands, and yet today I say to you, the waiting season is breaking open. The miracle that was pending has been fully approved, stamped with the seal of heaven, written in the book of life, and no earthly hand, no enemy voice, no delay, no curse can stop it anymore. This is why Michael is calling to you, pleading with you, almost crying out, open your spirit before tonight, because if you do, you will see news so great, so unexpected, so divine, that it will change your story. He has seen too many moments where you almost stepped into it but stopped halfway, where the doors almost opened but closed again, and he is determined that this time nothing will close it, nothing will block it, nothing will silence it. The heavens are moving around you right now. Invisible activity is happening, angels are shifting papers, signing approvals, delivering scrolls with your name on them, and if you could see in the spirit you would be shocked at how much has been decided for your favor. The miracle you thought was forgotten has been spoken aloud in the courts of heaven, and I, the Lord, have said, enough waiting, enough delay, enough sorrow, now is the hour, now is the moment. Archangel Michael is standing in authority, his sword of light drawn, guarding the delivery of your blessing so that no thief, no deceiver, no accuser can interrupt it. My child, you do not realize how much has been planned for you. You have walked through nights of sorrow, through moments where your tears were heavier than your words, through silence where you thought nobody heard you, but I heard, and Michael stood watch. Every prayer you thought was unanswered was stored, every cry you thought disappeared was gathered, every request you made in secret has been remembered, and tonight is the time when I declare the release. But I tell you, there is a condition. Not a condition of money, not of bargaining, but of trust, of openness, of faith. If you open your heart before tonight, if you believe without hesitation, if you allow Michael to speak to you for just 5 minutes, then the gate will burst wide open and the great news will rush into your life. This is why it is urgent, this is why I send this message, because timing matters. The angels move in appointed hours, and the approval of your miracle is aligned with this day, not another. You must not let it slip. Michael whispers even now, urging you, do not doubt, do not delay, do not postpone. He is ready to show you what is hidden, to unveil the secret that will shock you, to hand you the confirmation of what you prayed for. He is restless because he loves you, because he has defended you from countless unseen dangers, because he has fought battles in realms you could not see, and all of it has been leading to this moment, this divine intersection where heaven meets earth, where your story changes forever. Do you not feel it stirring in your spirit? That strange sense that something is about to happen, that unusual pressure in your chest, that holy fire that makes your skin feel alive? That is Michael's presence, that is the vibration of heaven breaking into your atmosphere. You are standing on the edge of fulfillment, and all you need to do is open. Open your spirit, open your heart, open your faith, because your miracle is not coming, it is here, waiting for your yes. For so long you have carried burdens that were never meant to stay. You carried shame, fear, rejection, disappointment, and yet I have always known the truth. You were destined to rise, you were chosen to inherit, you were written to be the carrier of blessing. That is why darkness fought you so hard, why people betrayed you, why delays followed you, because the enemy feared your appointed miracle. But fear not, because Michael has already broken through their chains, already cut down their assignments, already secured the blessing with heaven's authority. Listen, child, for I say this with deep urgency. Before tonight passes, I want you to whisper your yes. I want you to open your spirit and believe, because if you do, the news that will come to you will be greater than anything you imagined. A phone call, a letter, a message, a door, a person, one of these will carry your confirmation, and it will not be ordinary, it will be shocking, overwhelming, undeniable. You will know it is from me, because no human hand could design it. Michael says to you, with all the fire of heaven in his voice, 5 minutes, that is all I ask, 5 minutes of your undivided heart right now. Do not push me away, do not silence me, do not treat this lightly, because I have held back this miracle until now, and tonight it is approved. He is not here to play, he is not here to flatter, he is here to deliver heaven's decree, and if you listen, your story will turn in ways you cannot comprehend. Even now the angels are aligning things around you. People are making decisions without knowing why, opportunities are being released without knowing your name yet, but heaven has already whispered your identity into their minds. You will see doors open that others said were locked, you will see chains break that others said were unbreakable, you will see love, provision, and favor rush into your life like a flood. All of this is the pending miracle now approved. Child, I love you too much to let you miss this. That is why I sent Michael, why I sent this message, why I am pressing on your heart with such weight. I am not a God of confusion, I am not a God of games, I am a God of promises kept, of miracles fulfilled, of blessings overflowing. I have chosen you, I have written your story, I have marked this day. All I ask is that you do not turn away, do not delay, do not treat lightly what is heavy in heaven. Michael's wings are spread over you, His sword is burning at your side, His voice is thundering in your spirit. Can you feel it? That holy trembling, that divine urgency? That is not fear, that is heaven calling. And if you answer now, before tonight, you will walk into a tomorrow filled with news so good, it will erase years of sorrow, it will heal wounds you thought would never close, it will restore what was stolen, it will elevate you to a place you never thought you could stand. This is not just a promise, this is not just a prophecy, this is an announcement. The pending miracle has been approved. Heaven has spoken. Michael has delivered it. You only need to open. God says, "My beloved child, this moment is unlike any other moment of your life, for Archangel Michael has been sent to you with urgency, and he is commanding with love, with fire, with divine force that you listen to what is about to be spoken." He says, "I must talk to you for 5 minutes right now, not tomorrow, not when you feel ready, but now, because your pending miracle has already been approved in the courts of heaven, and if you open your heart and receive this before the night falls, the greatest news will be delivered into your life." This is not a random coincidence, this is not an accident, this is not a distraction, this is the hand of God moving with power over you. Michael is standing, wings stretched wide, his voice thunderous yet filled with tenderness, whispering to you that the miracle you thought was delayed, the answer you thought was lost, the dream you thought had expired has already been stamped with heaven's approval, and the time of waiting is over. Michael says, "My child, the Father has reviewed the tears you cried at night, the silent prayers you hid within your heart, the struggles you endured when nobody else saw, and He has not ignored them. Heaven has counted every sigh, every moment you felt forgotten, and now heaven declares you are remembered, chosen, and lifted." Michael is weeping even now as he leans toward you, because he knows how heavy the burden has been upon your shoulders. He saw the weight you carried when you walked alone, he watched the nights when you questioned whether God was truly hearing you, and he has carried those cries up to the throne of the Almighty. God says, "Not one tear was wasted, not one prayer was ignored, not one sacrifice was unseen, and today is the day of visitation, today is the day of unveiling, today is the day where what was hidden is now brought forth." My child, listen carefully, for Michael says if you delay this message, the enemy will attempt to cloud your mind, to whisper doubts, to convince you that nothing is happening, but the truth is this: your pending miracle has already passed through heaven's gate, and it is on its way to you. Think of a sealed letter already signed and delivered, only waiting for you to open the envelope. That is your miracle right now, hovering, ready, approved. But you must accept it with faith before the night closes, for the darkness always tries to steal what belongs to the children of God if they remain silent. Do you feel the trembling in your spirit right now? That is not fear, that is confirmation. That is Michael pressing upon your soul the urgency of this hour. He is saying, "Open quickly, receive now, do not wait, for this is a 5-minute moment that can shift the entirety of your destiny. 5 minutes in the realm of obedience can open 5 years of blessing in the realm of reality. God says, He is placing before you a door that no man can shut, no demon can lock, no enemy can close, but you must step through it by opening the message of heaven and saying yes. Michael is holding a scroll with your name written in radiant fire. On this scroll is the divine decree of your breakthrough. On this scroll is the announcement that what was stolen is being restored, what was blocked is being released, what was delayed is being accelerated. He says, if only you knew how close the angels are to your situation right now, you would not fear, you would not doubt, you would not question, but you would leap with joy, because heaven has already surrounded your home, your life, your heart. This miracle is not something small, it is not something ordinary. It is something that will shock you, something that will silence those who mocked you, something that will lift you higher than you expected. God says, do you remember the times when you felt abandoned? Do you remember the nights you asked if anyone even cared? Do you remember when you thought the door was shut forever? Heaven was listening in those moments. Heaven was not blind, heaven was not deaf, heaven was not ignoring you. Heaven was preparing this very hour. Today, child, is the reason why you survived those storms. Today is the unveiling of what you could not see. Today is the hand of God proving that He never left you. Michael cries out with urgency, child, I must talk to you right now, not because I want to frighten you, but because the time is short, and the miracle has already been released. You must grab it before doubt steals it. He says, imagine standing in front of a well overflowing with water, but refusing to drink because you do not believe it is for you. Many have lost their miracles that way. But not you, child. This time is yours. This miracle belongs to you. This news is for you alone. Michael swears before the throne of God that this message is not for anyone else. It carries your name, your destiny, your promise. God says, my beloved, tonight the spiritual atmosphere will shift. Tonight the enemy will try to scatter distractions, voices, arguments, noise, so that you will overlook this moment. But heaven declares, if you receive, if you believe, if you open with urgency, then nothing can block the miracle. The chains will break, the delays will dissolve, the roadblocks will vanish. God says, I am not a man that I should lie, and what I have promised is already established. Michael is warning with tears in his eyes, this is not a game, this is not a test, this is not just another ordinary word. This is your divine notice of release. This is your miracle approval letter. This is your heavenly invitation to step into what was already written in your book of destiny. Child, you must know, there are angels already positioned by your side, waiting for your yes. They hold blessings in their hands, and the moment you align, they will pour it out without measure. And God says, you will soon see signs around you that confirm this word. You will see unusual encounters, sudden shifts, unexpected favor, open doors that seemed impossible. People who turned their back on you will suddenly come forward with news, with confessions, with resources you never thought you would receive. The news that comes to you will be so great that your heart will tremble, and you will whisper, "Surely this is the Lord's doing." Michael says, "Child, please, please, do not take this lightly." He is crying loudly even now, crying because he knows how long you have waited, how close you are, and how dangerous it would be to ignore. He says, it is only 5 minutes, only one opening of your heart, only one act of faith, but it will change the rest of your life. God has prepared this miracle for you, and He is watching to see if you will take it. My beloved child, listen closely, for what I bring to you today is not ordinary, not by chance, not an accident of time, but a divinely orchestrated moment that has been written in the book of your destiny before you even took your first breath in this world. God says that the words you are about to receive are not simple letters strung together, but a living light, a divine current, a holy wind sent to enter your soul at this very instant. Archangel Michael has been standing, waiting, pressing upon the gates of heaven, saying with urgency that he must speak with you right now, for your pending miracle has finally been approved. The scroll has been signed, the seal of the Almighty has been placed upon it, and heaven is now opening above you with an urgent command that you must hear. Archangel Michael says he has been trying to reach you in dreams, in whispers, in sudden chills upon your body, in the flicker of lights around you, in the mysterious way your heart has been beating faster at certain moments without reason. That was no coincidence. That was the signal. That was heaven's tapping upon your spirit saying, "Get ready, for a word is coming." My child, if you open your heart in these next few minutes, something in your entire life will shift. A miracle that has been delayed, blocked, held back by forces you do not see will suddenly come rushing to you. Archangel Michael says, do not ignore this, do not postpone it, because this window of grace is narrow, and heaven is waiting for your yes. God says your pending miracle is not just about money, not just about love, not just about opportunity, it is about the total shifting of your path. You have been walking with heaviness, carrying burdens that were never meant to remain on your shoulders. Nights where you cried silently, when nobody heard you, heaven heard you. When you felt you were forgotten, heaven wrote down every sigh. And now God is declaring that tonight is not an ordinary night, it is the night when the angel who wars for you, who fights demons for your sake, who has stood with his sword burning in heavenly fire at your door, finally has permission to deliver what you have been waiting for. Archangel Michael says he wants just 5 minutes of your heart, 5 minutes of your attention, 5 minutes where you open and allow his message to sink into you, because those 5 minutes will change the years ahead of your life. You may not see it with your physical eyes, but right now, armies of heaven are moving. Angels have been dispatched to cancel debts, to bring names into conversations where your promotion, your blessing, your inheritance is being discussed. There is a stirring around your name. For so long, people tried to ignore your light, some even tried to block you, some spoke evil against you, some mocked the way you trusted God even when nothing seemed to work. But God says, He will not allow their laughter to continue. He has approved a turnaround, and Archangel Michael is crying out with urgency, "Open this now, believe this now, before tonight, for if you do, the gates will not shut against you." My child, you may think, why is heaven speaking with such urgency? It is because delay has already robbed you too long. You were meant to receive this blessing months ago, even years ago, but every time, a hindrance appeared, someone interfered, something fell apart at the last second. That was not coincidence. The enemy fought your release. But God has now issued a final decree: enough. No more delay. No more denial. No more closed doors. Archangel Michael has unsheathed his sword and cut through the chains that bound your blessing, and now he stands, pleading with you, "Listen, listen, for if you receive this word with faith, you will see signs within hours, before tonight turns into tomorrow." God says, your name is being whispered right now in places you cannot see. Someone is preparing to reach out to you, someone who carries good news. An unexpected message, an unexpected phone call, an unexpected breakthrough is aligning for you, and heaven is saying, if you open your spirit before tonight, you will recognize it when it comes. Do not brush it aside. Do not doubt it. For this is the divine appointment. Archangel Michael wants to tell you something personal. He says he has walked into rooms where your name was being spoken against. He saw the jealousy, he saw the plotting, he saw the lies. He wanted to strike them down immediately, but God restrained him, because timing had to mature. Now the time has matured, now the harvest of your tears is ready, now the fruit of your prayers is ripe. Michael says, I have waited for this hour with my sword trembling in my hand, waiting for the Lord's command, and finally it has come. I am ready to release your miracle. Do you know why it feels urgent? Because the enemy knows what heaven has approved. Already, forces of distraction are rising to make you forget, to make you delay, to make you scroll past, to make you say, later. But Michael says, no, not later, now. If you give me these few minutes, if you hold these words close, the miracle will not pass you by. It will land. God says, you have been feeling like you are always almost there but never quite arriving. Opportunities slip away, relationships falter, finances rise and then collapse, peace seems to come but then vanishes. But that cycle ends tonight. Heaven has issued a new decree, and the cycle of almost but not yet is broken. The cycle of nearly but not quite is shattered. A new cycle of completed blessing begins. Archangel Michael says you have been tested, and though you felt weak, though you thought you failed, heaven saw you endure. My beloved child, I am speaking to you in this moment not by accident but by divine order, for your spirit has been prepared to hear this message that comes not only from me but also through the voice of Archangel Michael, who now stands before you, waiting to speak into your heart for just a few minutes, yet those minutes carry the weight of eternity. This is not ordinary time, this is sacred time. Heaven has aligned this moment, the veil is thin, and the words you are about to receive are charged with the power of your pending miracle that has already been written into your destiny. All you must do is open yourself and believe, for tonight carries a threshold of breakthrough that you must step into without hesitation. You have wondered for so long why certain prayers seemed unanswered, why certain doors stayed closed, and why certain people seemed to block the flow of blessings that were meant for you. But hear me now, nothing has been denied, only delayed, for my timing is never late. What you thought was rejection was in fact redirection. What you thought was a loss was a preservation. What you thought was abandonment was in truth a divine setup for something greater than you can see. Archangel Michael, who has stood guard over your path, has held back forces you never even knew were near you. His sword has cut through layers of darkness that tried to hover around your destiny. He has fought unseen battles, he has wept when you doubted, and he has shouted with joy every time you chose faith over fear. Now he comes with urgency because the scroll of your miracle has been signed in heaven. The seal has been broken, and the words written upon it declare, approved, granted, released. My child, do you realize what this means? It means the very thing you have whispered in your quiet tears, the very desire you thought was too big, the very dream you almost abandoned, has now been stamped by the authority of heaven. No man can close the door that I have opened for you. No force of opposition can cancel what I have ordained. What belongs to you is about to come running into your life, and the sound of it will be like thunder breaking through silence. But listen carefully, this is a conditional moment. Miracles are not simply events, they are alignments of faith and divine will. That is why Archangel Michael insists on speaking with you now. He knows there is a war against your belief, a war against your patience, a war against your ability to stand until the manifestation arrives. The enemy wants you weary, distracted, doubtful, and ready to give up right before the blessing is placed in your hands. That is why Michael says, do not delay. Hear me now. Open your spirit fully, because tonight is a crossing point. My beloved, you are safe. I want you to let this truth sink deeply into your heart. Nothing will go wrong with you when you are held by my hand. You are not at risk of destruction, you are at the edge of restoration. You are not in danger of loss. You are about to inherit abundance. You are not standing in failure, you are standing on the threshold of a divine turnaround. All that is required is your yes, your willingness to receive, your childlike trust. For faith is not complicated, it is simply leaning into me as a child leans into the arms of a parent, without needing to figure out every detail, without demanding to see every outcome in advance. You have carried burdens too heavy for your own strength, but I did not design you to walk alone. That is why I have surrounded you with angels, and why Michael comes forward now to assure you that your battles have been noticed and your cries have been heard. He says to you, do not think heaven has forgotten you. Every tear you shed became a seed, every prayer you whispered was written in the book of remembrance, every act of faith you made was stored in the treasury of heaven. Now the time has come for release. This miracle that has been approved is not only for your comfort, but also for your testimony. It is meant to show others that I am alive and moving, that my power is real, that my promises do not expire. You will be a living witness to those around you that no matter how long it takes, what God declares will surely come to pass. People who once doubted you will marvel at the shift they see in your life. Those who spoke against you will have no words to deny the evidence of my blessing on you. Even those who tried to block your path will have to step aside as the river of abundance flows unhindered into your days. Child, you must understand, your miracle is already alive in the spiritual realm. It is not being created, it already exists. It is hovering, waiting, pressing against the veil, eager to manifest in your hands. The reason you feel a sense of urgency now, the reason you sense a pressure in your spirit, is because the timing has ripened. Like fruit that cannot stay unpicked any longer, your miracle must now drop into your life. But you must reach out with faith to catch it, or else it will pass by unclaimed. That is why this message comes with such insistence. Open your heart, open your expectation, open your hands to receive. Michael says to you, for 5 minutes, let the world be silent, let your mind be still, let your worries pause. For 5 minutes, hear only heaven. For 5 minutes, remember who you are and whose you are. For 5 minutes, release the weight you are carrying and let me remind you that victory has always been yours. He is not asking for much, only a moment of your undivided attention, a moment of surrender, a moment of alignment. Because in those minutes, faith will ignite like fire, and when faith and divine promise meet, miracles burst forth suddenly. I, the Lord your God, assure you, you are safe. Nothing will harm you in this transition. You may fear change, but change is my tool to bring you into blessing. You may fear loss, but loss is often the doorway to greater gain. You may fear being left behind, but I have written your story with precision, and every chapter leads you closer to glory. Tonight is marked for you. Do not hesitate, do not doubt, do not dismiss this as coincidence. My timing is perfect, and my word never returns empty. So pray, my child. Pray with simplicity. Pray with honesty. Say to me, Father, I receive. Father, I trust. Father, I open my life to what you have prepared. That is all that is required. It is not the length of your prayer but the depth of your belief that unlocks the door. Michael is ready, the heavens are ready, your miracle is ready. Now you must be ready too. You are about to receive great news, news that will make your heart leap, news that will confirm that I have always been with you. It will not be delayed if you open yourself now. Do not wait until tomorrow, for this is today's portion. Do not doubt, for doubt steals what faith secures. Do not fear, for fear blinds you to the blessing in front of you. Instead, trust, believe, and open. Tonight heaven bends low to meet you, and your miracle comes rushing into your life with unstoppable force. My beloved, I end this message with the assurance that you are not forgotten, you are not forsaken, and you are not unworthy. You are my chosen, my beloved, my child. Archangel Michael stands by your side as a witness, and he says to you with tears of joy in his voice, "It is done. It is released. It is yours. Now rest in peace, rise in faith, and prepare to receive the miracle that heaven has approved for you." My beloved child, God says to you in this very moment that your heart is trembling with questions and your spirit is searching for answers that only heaven can reveal. This is an urgent call meant only for you, and heaven itself is opening its gates so that you may hear clearly what is being spoken. God says, Archangel Michael stands at your side right now, waiting for you to open your heart, because your pending miracle has already been approved in the courts of heaven. This is not a dream, this is not a vague hope, this is not a distant promise, this is a living reality that is unfolding for you right now. The miracle has been signed, sealed, and released, but it waits for your trust, your faith, and your decision to embrace it before tonight. If you choose to receive, if you choose to believe, if you open this word deeply within yourself, then before the night is over, a piece of news will enter your life that will change the direction of everything you thought was lost. My child, Archangel Michael is near you and he asks for your attention for 5 minutes. 5 minutes of your heart listening can unlock the doorway of blessing that has been held back. Heaven has been watching how much you have carried, how many nights you have cried, how many times you whispered, "God, do you still remember me?" And the answer is yes. God remembers. God has not forgotten a single detail of your pain. He has counted every tear that fell from your eyes and turned them into seeds of tomorrow's joy. But now the waiting season is breaking. That which was pending is no longer pending. It has been stamped by divine authority as approved, and now Archangel Michael himself is moving to deliver it into your life. You have felt like heaven has been silent. You have felt like prayers float in the air unanswered. You have questioned whether your requests were too small or too big, too impossible or too far away. But hear the voice of the Lord. None of your prayers vanished into nothingness. Every prayer you have spoken has been stored in a golden bowl before the throne, and at the appointed time, God commands angels to pour them out as blessings over your life. That appointed time is now. That release is today. That miracle is yours. God says you are safe, you are covered, and you are not abandoned. The storms of life may have tried to shake your faith, the voices of doubt may have tried to silence your hope, and people may have turned away from you in your hour of need, but heaven did not. Archangel Michael has stood at your side like a shield, blocking arrows you never saw, silencing attacks you never heard, and protecting you from battles that would have been too much for you to carry. And now he comes not just to protect, but to deliver. He comes with a message of assurance: your miracle is released. Beloved, you must understand that this word is not by chance. God chose this moment because He knows the exact hour of your breakthrough. There is divine timing in all things, and now that timing has aligned for you. The pending miracle may have been held back by obstacles, delays, and unseen resistance, but all of that has been overturned. The seal of heaven has already been placed on your blessing. All that is left is for you to believe and receive. You have felt in your spirit lately that something is shifting, something is moving in the unseen. Perhaps you have been restless without knowing why. Perhaps you have been feeling that something is about to happen. That is the Spirit of God preparing you for what He is about to deliver. The great news is closer than you think. It is already walking toward you, and Archangel Michael is making sure nothing blocks it from reaching you. The Lord says to you, trust me. Do not let fear tell you that nothing will change. Do not let doubt whisper that you are forgotten. Do not let the enemy steal your hope one more time. This is your appointed hour, and the miracle is already confirmed. Tonight, something will shift, and you will hear news that will bring light into the places that have been dark. There have been times you felt like giving up. There have been days when you said, God, I can't do this anymore. Yet here you are, still standing, still breathing, still hoping. And heaven honors that faith. Archangel Michael has been watching over you, and even now he is speaking these words into your soul: you are stronger than you think, and you are closer to your breakthrough than you realize. God says that if you simply open your heart right now, if you pray, if you trust, then everything that seemed delayed will rush into your life like a flood of blessing. The miracle that was waiting for approval is no longer waiting, it has been approved. And with approval comes manifestation. What was locked will be unlocked. What was hidden will be revealed. What was denied will be granted. Do not be afraid of what is coming. Do not think that the news will bring sorrow. No, this news will bring joy. This news will bring healing. This news will bring restoration. This news will bring a testimony that will make you lift your hands to heaven and say, God, you never abandoned me. You never let me down. Beloved, heaven is giving you one instruction: pray and trust. You do not need to understand how everything will work out. You do not need to see every detail. All you need to do is believe that God is faithful, and He will show Himself faithful in your life. Even now, angels are moving. Even now, chains are breaking. Even now, doors are opening. Even now, favor is being released. Even now, your name is being mentioned in rooms where decisions are made. Even now, healing is being poured into your body, into your home, into your relationships. Even now, restoration is beginning. God says this message is urgent because the window is open right now. Archangel Michael asks for your attention because heaven wants you to receive before tonight. You do not have to fear what is next, because God is with you, and nothing will go wrong. You are protected. You are loved. You are chosen. And the miracle has already been written into your destiny. Lift your eyes to heaven, my child, and know this: the wait is over. The answer is here. The miracle is yours. My beloved child, listen closely, for this is not an ordinary moment, and this is not an ordinary message. This is a divine interruption into your day, into your thoughts, into your heart, because God has seen your struggle, your waiting, your tears, your prayers whispered in silence when no one was watching, and heaven is moving for you right now. God says this message is not random, it is not coincidence, it is not by accident that your eyes have landed here. This is a holy appointment written into your destiny long before this very day ever arrived. This is why Archangel Michael himself has come to you, urgently, because something that has been pending, something you have prayed for, something you have cried about, something that felt impossible and delayed, has now been approved by heaven, and the door that was once shut is opening for you tonight. But you must not hesitate, you must not doubt, and you must not ignore this, because time is sensitive, and what you do with this divine message will decide the release of your miracle. God says to you, my child, I have heard you, and I have seen you. Do not think that your voice was lost in the noise of the world. Do not believe that your prayers floated away unanswered. No, every single one of them reached me, every single tear that fell from your eyes has been counted, and every hope that you buried in silence has been written down in my heavenly book. I am the God who never forgets, the God who never abandons, and the God who never ignores. Today I am showing you that what was pending, what seemed delayed, is now being released in your favor. Tonight is different. Tonight is holy. Tonight the seal is broken. Archangel Michael speaks now, urgently, because he has been standing guard over you while forces of darkness tried to block your blessing. He has been fighting in the unseen realm while you wondered why everything seemed delayed, why your life felt stuck, why the answers you expected never came when you thought they should. He says to you, I want to speak with you now, for just 5 minutes, because the message I carry is not ordinary. It is stamped with the authority of heaven. I am the warrior of God, the protector of truth, and I have been sent to you today because your miracle has passed through heaven's counsel. It is approved. It is confirmed. It is released. But I cannot allow you to miss this moment, because the enemy will try to distract you, to delay you, to cause you to shrug this off as if it were just words. No. This is your moment. Tonight is your appointed time. God wants you to understand that delays are not denials. Every time you felt that heaven was silent, it was not silence, it was preparation. While you were waiting, God was working. While you were crying, He was aligning. While you were wondering, He was preparing the ground for the very thing you asked for. You thought it was taking too long, but in truth, heaven was ensuring that when it arrived, it would be perfect, unshakable, and undeniable. That is why Archangel Michael has come with urgency, because tonight the pending miracle is no longer pending, and you must open your heart, your spirit, and your faith to receive it before the enemy tries to steal it with fear or doubt. God says, My child, I am not far from you. I am with you in the quiet places of your heart. I am with you in the nights you cry alone. I am with you when no one understands you. I am with you when doors shut in your face, when people walk away, when life feels unfair. I never left you. I never abandoned you. I never ignored you. And today, I am proving to you that I am still God on the throne, that I am still moving in your life, that I am still writing your story. The chapter of delay is over, the page of disappointment is turning, and tonight a new chapter of miracles begins. Archangel Michael is pressing this message into your spirit with urgency, because he knows that when heaven releases something, the forces of darkness try to rise to block it. But they cannot win against the authority of God. Still, he warns you, do not delay in opening yourself to this blessing. He says, you must pray. You must believe. You must declare that you are ready. You must stand in faith. Because the miracle has your name on it, and if you align your spirit with heaven, no power on earth, no power of darkness, no hand of man can stop what has already been released for you. God says the miracle is not small, it is great news, it is breakthrough, it is an answer you did not even imagine could come so beautifully. It will come in such a way that you will know without a shadow of doubt that it was His hand, His timing, His favor. People will look at you and wonder how everything turned so suddenly. They will not understand how quickly your story shifted. But you will know, it was the Lord. It was the God who